sending them a Google Doc or some type of spreadsheet that they're going to have to open with the words Google or Doc or questionnaire is going to freak them out too. So as much as we have, that's the problem, is our learning curve is like from one extreme to the other. I feel that you and I could sit there and say, sure, shoot me over Google Doc, girl, let's get it done. Bam, boom, send it back to you. And I know for a fact that I spend as much time on Zoom every single day teaching some of my older Rotarians how the hell to get on the meeting than anything else. I mean, does that make sense? So it's like we really have a cart before the horse.
Yeah.
Kind of dilemma.
My thing with that then is if you're doing a form, all they have to do is it's something like as simple as replying to like clicking on something in an email,
And I think that's where we should keep it. If you kept it as an email and you said, hi, Gwen, we're going to be holding 3 Club Runner classes. Do you feel you are a beginner, a medium, expert, or secretary, or upcoming office?
There you go.
That's something I think we could do.
So
great idea.
Then to your answer, Dave, that Gwen and I just like hammered out.
Yeah, Dave, we'll let you in. We'll let you in when we're done working it out.
Okay. James couldn't call in because I'm using the cheap version on my own account. So I've now got him on a speakerphone. Can you hear me, James?
Yes, sir. Good evening,
everyone. There you go.
We can
Bye, everyone.
Sorry about that. I couldn't, the longer version, the pro version that I had, James, no one could log into it. I don't know. I'm going to figure out what the problem is. And so I went over to a different account.
Okay.
So far, all we've talked about is we've talked about the workshop that's on the 28th, and that there's still room if anybody wants to sign up, anybody that's on this committee or anybody else that's interested in marketing. And right now we were talking about Club Runner training.
And Dave, I'm sorry to back up a little bit.
Okay.
When it comes to the workshop, I would tell Pat to not only send it out to PI people, but to send it out to fundraisers, people who are on directors of fundraising or membership or PI will get something out of Wednesday's workshop. So, because I'm going to be collaborating with my PI committee member for next year during my year as president, and we're actually going to show you how PI works through all of those aspects of your club. So that might be a way that Pat could actually fill those last few slots.
So Pat Bond actually sent out an email to every Rotarian that had a link to sign up. I think Kevin was going to say something.
Yeah, Dave, I was just curious. I'm not quite understanding on how all of a sudden we got to be doing training.
I'm only involved in the aspects that deal with communications. That's all. Okay. I've just been working with Rod in that area. That's all. Okay. And Club Runner I think that's an essential part of communicating in our district, and it's part of the communications plan. And marketing is as well, and that's Gwen's forte. So,
but I would say that marketing and Club Runner don't necessarily meld. I mean, Club Runner to me is a tool to communicate to the rest of the people, but not necessarily to engage our community. I think of PI as engaging our community, not each other. But I can have a glass of wine and agree to disagree.
I agree with you. I think
okay.
It's just part of the overall public image.
There's wine? There's wine. Where's the
wine? Absolutely. My committees are very wine heavy and yeah.
I'm getting a bottle for Wednesday.
I was going to say today's actually more of a G&T kind of a day, but that's okay. Go ahead.
James says he must be in the wrong club then.
Well, you are. We are the happy club.
Yeah, James.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've only got a few minutes here. Then I got to step out again. I may be able to try later, but so I hate to do that. But if there's anything related to the journal.
Well, the only thing with regards to the journal that I wanted to talk about is that some of the major events that we're having at the district level, we're not getting stories written up on them. I saw you asked Linda Murray to do a story on the club awards night, and nothing happened.
Right.
And I think we need to connect with people to help you out. The foundation gala is coming up next month, and I don't know are you planning on attending that?
Unfortunately, my schedule probably won't allow it, so I'd have to rely on, somebody from Malcolm's team, I suppose, to do an article or a recap at least.
I guess the question I have is, I can help prod people, but
Right.
I guess I'll prod Malcolm, and but if there's anybody else out there that, I know Kevin and I have recruited people in the past to do photographs and that sort of thing, so we could get them posted.
Right.
But do you have anything, James, or does anybody on the committee have anything, feedback for James on the Peace Arts Journal?
I do. Hi, James. I didn't realize that was you on the phone. Good to hear your voice, hon. Basically, this is what I think we should do. There's somebody who is in charge of that evening's event. I think as the PI committee, we can respectfully say, could you please give us the who, what, where, when, why, and how? Take some pictures. And then we as a committee can figure out who wants to actually write the story and help James. But there has to be some personal, all of these different events on the district level have committees, and they want press about those events that happen. So give James, and therefore the rest of us, a little bit of information, like be responsible to give us, like I said, all the basic facts, because if James or even myself had the basic facts and some photographs to go with it, it could end up in the Peace Arts Journal a lot faster. And James, I have 2 stories coming to you, by the way, just letting you know.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's something we can start reinforcing to those committees.
Yeah, I agree. It's just been a continual struggle. I've reached out to people. James reaches out to people. I don't know why it's such a struggle. Maybe you're right. They don't want to actually write the article. We just need to have them give us the basics.
If they can give the basic information, it's amazing how much easier it is.
I feel like people like both forget about it, and then they're like afraid of it, because I know like with our club, we like our president Billy, he's fantastic. He takes, he's good with photos, he's a very confident person. He's horrified of posting on our social media, and he's my age. So it's like, then you also have, oh, I really care about this event. I don't want to accidentally screw it up because I don't know how to write, so really letting people know, like you said, Gwen, it's not that difficult. We just need these little points on it, and then, letting them lead it themselves of like, this is your event, take charge in this, be proud of it, and then share it with us. And then it makes it easier to share the information. I don't know how what the best way to get it from them. Maybe in the email you send to them, just explicitly, sure. Can you answer one sentence, who, what, when, where, how, why, how, something like that. Make, because if they're working on a big event, they need
Maybe
a little.
I could put together a short little questionnaire, and we could start sending it to the committees that are doing these things.
That's actually not a bad idea. If you could even do it as easy as a Google Doc, or even just a basic Word document that just has your title of your event, who attended, what was the date, the who, what, and then give us a brief description. Just a basic media alert is all we're asking for. We can put together a basic media alert. You send it out. James could have it and send it out saying, here, I see that you have this happening this weekend. Please fill out this form, take some pictures, send it back to me. I'd appreciate it. And it'll just be a basic media alert form.
It's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
James, I'm out to Abbotsford to pick up frozen blueberries on Saturday morning. If you like, it was a fundraiser for I got it through Phoenix. It was a Rotaract fundraiser with I guess a Rotary Club in Abbotsford. So I'm going out to pick up my fundraising blueberries Saturday morning in Abbotsford, which some of you may not know is a long way from Ladner. If you'd like me to take some pictures and find out more about how they did and what kind of money they raised, and I could do that and put it together for you.
Sure.
I don't know if anybody else is going out to, not any of
can't-
the Americans.
I can't cross the border, but it sounds
I
like a
know,
lovely
sorry.
trip, and I would love to join you for frozen blueberries and to meet Phoenix. I'm in. Let's go.
Okay.
It would be nice to get across the border. I wish you guys would keep your Fraser Valley cold air though, up north.
Yeah,
Don't let it come down here.
y'all killed all my damn plants last night. Thank you very much.
It was friggin' freezing,
So I think maybe we've talked about training, and we've talked about, we went down to the Peach Arch Journal. One thing that we've been struggling with a bit is the website as far as indexing and finding things. And Kevin and I have tried some different things, and I think Phoenix actually put together a template of some sort, didn't she, Kevin? I haven't been able to open it up. You're muted.
We can't hear you, Sir Kevin.
We're coming around. Okay, yeah, no, I had the same problem as you, Dave, at first, but I have chatted with Phoenix, and I can actually open it up now. So it's a template that just is using the new Rotary graphics, the Inspire and all of those things. And it's something that I guess you would use as a banner or an ad, and then you could add your own photos to it. So I'm at a point where I still don't have photos to add to one. So I do have the template now, and we'll start to implement those further into the website and things. But the indexing part on the website, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I kind of would agree with you that if I go back maybe 5 years or even more before I was really involved in the district, yeah, I mean, you'd go there and you spend hours looking for something. Now that I use it all the time, of course, I know exactly where everything is. I'm sure there is a better way to set the whole thing up. I'm not sure if that's what we're here about, but I mean, I don't know, without somebody actually spending some time and looking at it, yeah, it's tough to kind of just go and find what you're looking for. I wish there was a search button, search bar, but we don't seem to have that
looks
within
like there
Club.
is.
I think there is one.
Oh, is there one?
I'm on it right now. So
Oh, there you go. So if you searched awards and recognition, for example, is it?
Let me pull it up here.
yeah, district awards, district 50/50 awards, scholarship and youth recognition,
Okay.
Rotary International awards. Do you want me to share my screen? I don't think I can.
No, that's okay. So, I mean, so if there's a search bar there, then it's as easy as somebody putting in the search, whatever they're looking for, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
then it's really not that difficult.
And it's I don't know if it's like I'm seeing it
I've got it on the screen now.
yeah. With new eyes, I think, did the carrots get added, like the drop down indicators get added since we last met?
No, they've always been there.
Okay, then is it made a little bigger? Something feels different about it, and I don't know if that's just because I don't look at it all the time.
Well, see, that's my point exactly.
Yeah.
People don't look at it, and then they go for one thing and they expect it, I don't know, to be right in front of them or something. I don't know. But no, nothing's changed.
Yeah. The one thing for me is like I just now went over all of them and was like, yeah, those seem like things that should be under that drop down. Like they seem applicable. It doesn't seem weird to see youth exchange under youth service. Like I can find Rotaract there, all the things that I'm expecting. I don't, from the outsider standpoint of like somebody in Rotaract who's not often on our district website, I'm just not there. I'll be open. But I'm not really sure what's lost. Like, I don't really know what's not being able to be found.
Well, let me give you a couple examples. I struggled to find the bylaws and the constitution for the district. Finally, somebody told me it was about us, but we've since moved it over to resources. So or did we? Yeah, at the very top, District 5050 governing documents. So, and then the other thing that came up, what was this? We talked about recently, Kevin. What was this?
Well, the awards and recognition.
Yeah, awards and recognitions. If you let me try to move things around here. We put awards and recognitions under about us, and I suggested to him that let's have a separate drop down for awards, because I was looking for a particular document, and we finally added it. The service above self nomination form was discussed at the recent district board meeting, but I couldn't find it anywhere, and so we added it on here. But is that District 5050 awards? Is that something that you would think of using the about us to find, or would it be better to have a drop down at the top called District Awards and Recognition or something like that? The point that Kevin made is that everybody would want an index at the top. I guess I'm not sure that's not a good thing to have more up there. We've already gone to 2 lines. If we filled out the bottom of the second line, I would think the more things you have up there, you can change templates and you could run it down the side or something like that as well, I think. But what do the rest of you think? That's kind of what I'm wanting to do, is get some feedback.
I guess if I was to speak up now, I would ask respectfully if this is a safe place to give my honest opinion, or if we're just going with the masses.
This is a safe place.
Then if this is a safe place, I hate our district website. I think there is so much words, and it is so yellow, and it is, with all the templates that are available through Club Runner, I find this hard to read. And if I was to come across it compared to other districts, I would say, wow, this is a lot. Like, for instance, you were just there on the 5050 with the Peace Arch, and there's so much words there and so much yellow. It's like, I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at. Am I connecting communities? District 5050, am I changing communities? Here's what's happening. And it is not the font and or the colors of the style guide of Rotary International. So I find our website grossly unattractive, and I think it could be better.
It's something, to Kevin's defense, it's something he inherited, and it was really put together by Sean Hogan.
Absolutely. And if Kevin was on this call right now, I mean, absolutely no disrespect to anyone, anyone whatsoever.
As something that someone had at this time, and then it was given to the next person, and then it was given to the next, that kind of thing. So I think that it's not any one person's fault. It's just like what do you call a camel with 3 humps, like something a committee made,
and please know that I'm not wanting to lay blame on anyone. I'm not wanting to lay shame on anyone. We're supposed to be, is it good for all concerned? Does it build goodwill and friendships? Is it the truth? Well, the truth is it needs to be updated to RI fundamentals. And we also need to, so I think it's something I'd really like to look at. I think it's something that's not going to be done overnight. And I would really love an opportunity to find out how much Kevin would like to be a part of this. Because I have a feeling that Kevin probably has the same frustrations with it. If it was handed to him, has Kevin ever been given the honor and the okay to say, I don't like this. Can I change it? Can I be empowered to do something with it? I mean, Kevin may be our greatest resource to want to fix it as opposed to being blamed for where it is right now.
Well,
What do you all think?
let me tell you what Kevin wants.
Oh, wonderful. Go, Kevin.
So Kevin's been doing this now for 3 years, and this is my last year. So
God
I'm
bless you,
coming
Kevin.
off of that at the end of this year. So, you know, I don't want to say I don't care what goes on for future, but, you know, I'm not going to get into rebuilding the website. Funny enough, a lot of the colors are actually Rotary colors that
Sure.
you mentioned that. But you're right, it's not the new branding, that's for sure. All of those colors. And another thing I would probably just throw out there is that, you know, it's probably going to be a 50-50, like you don't like it, that's fine. And
Sure.
I'm impartial one way or the other. It doesn't affect me personally one way or the other. There is a lot on it. I certainly agree with that. And I don't know how you fix that. We're a big district with lots going on. But yeah, one could look, there are a whole bunch of other templates on there as well, different
Yes.
formats. I mean, that's pretty, so the 3 years that I've been doing this, I can honestly tell you that nobody's had one iota of input into the website because I really don't think anybody cares. Lately, Dave has gotten involved and is trying to get some life into it and, you know, improve it. And that's a good thing. But as far as our members and things, I don't think anybody pays any attention to it one way or the other. And I can certainly say that over the past 3, and I've been involved now with the district pretty heavily for about 9 years, almost 10
Mhm.
years. The district leadership pays no attention. They've never paid any attention to it.
Maybe there's a reason they don't.
Well, and Kevin, let me just say that you honor us as a district that you were willing to take on this responsibility for so many years. And I really appreciate all your hard service. And like I said, your full service, and I wanted to make sure that you do realize that I was coming from a place of love and to be fair for all concerns. But I did preface it with, is this a safe space? Knowing that you're on the call with us. And I appreciate you. I sure the hell didn't do it. And you stepped up and did it. So that should be absolutely respected. And what I would like to know is how we can take your hard work and your diligence and actually bring it into the next generation to not only honor you and all your hard work, but what 50/50 is going to do in the future.
My guess is that Kevin's given notice that this is his last year. So
They kicking you out, Kevin?
I mean, he's told Bev and he's told Carol, and I'm not sure though that they're looking very hard for a replacement. And my guess is they'll eventually come to me and say, "What is your committee? Do you have anybody that you could suggest?" So if any of you would like to volunteer, or you know somebody that's really good.
Did Phoenix offer to help with it at all, Kevin? I don't remember. It was a couple meetings ago.
Well, I mean, she offered to make new banners, templates for the banners, which she did.
Okay. Yeah, that was I know that I'm like, wait, I think Phoenix was wanting to help with it a little bit right now anyway. I don't know. It's launched through Club Runner, correct?
Yes.
And that's where the template comes from and everything. So I don't have a lot of experience with Club Runner and whatnot. But I definitely think that could be something that's put on the website now, or like put in the district 50/50 like Facebook groups now to like let people know, hey, Kevin's going, he's done with it. who wants to learn now with him while whether or not that's what you're open to, Kevin. But we've found, like with our Rotaract programs, the best people to come in and take that person's place work hand in hand with the person a little bit before, and then they take over. So then you're getting that vision is transferring over. I'm not giving you another job with it, but if we were wanting to kind of implement that to keep.
Has anyone seen a district site or even one of our club sites that really sticks out that we could?
Yeah, actually I have. I mean, there's quite a few, especially in Australia, man. Those guys are kicking butt, especially as 50/50 goes. I mean, excuse me, as far as websites go. What I would suggest is, I think Kevin has been overworked to be in charge of all of the website. I mean, to me, it could be somebody that does updating on stories, and somebody that just does archival stuff, and somebody that just does. So if you had a team of people doing this website, then the website isn't Kevin working himself into, oblivion trying to get it all done. So if Phoenix wants to do banners, oh my God, that's fantastic. Let's have Phoenix do banners, and then have so-and-so do I am willing to take a look at it. I also am very blessed to have somebody who is a PI professional that shares my home with me. So I'm kind of have a secret weapon, and I can talk them into taking a look at it. But I think if we had a team that worked on this website, then instead of Kevin being in charge of everything, the future Kevin would be in charge of like 1, 2 things. And then all of a sudden our website stays up to date. It's more interesting, that kind of stuff.
I would agree.
What do you guys think?
The other thing is that the bulletin, Peace Arts Journal, is now being done on Club Runner. So as you know, all the stories can be integrated. If you do a story for one, it can go onto the other. So I think your idea of a team that perhaps could work on both and get stories.
We're all these clubs that work together in Canada and the United States. We have all of these people and we work so solo. Let's work together. It's like, if Phoenix is awesome at banners, it's like, go Phoenix, fly. Let's have a new banner every month. If James does stories, fantastic. James, do stories. If somebody wants to do advertising, have somebody do advertising. I just think we're running ourselves ragged doing 15 things.
James really wants people to hand him stories.
Yeah. The stories that I put into James, I've handed to him and he's been like, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. The related to all this was we were going to take on looking at club websites to give some feedback to clubs. And so far, District Governor Carroll has been critiquing them as she goes through her visitations, and I've been getting some of that feedback, but we haven't had a concerted effort. But if we had more of a concerted effort, maybe divided it up, we would see probably some folks out there in the district that really shine at putting together websites and bulletins and that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
We just need some help. Phoenix offered to do it.
I'm in Area K. If you wanted, like, I could look through the Area K people and see what that's like. I do that. I do that once every 3 months to send them a message and say, hey, we have a fundraiser going on. But I'm there all the time. But we, as Rotaractors, we tend to we email back and forth with presidents or certain members that we have contact with, but we don't really go to their websites to do it. We tend to just email back and forth or maybe see their Facebooks. So for me, that'll be another thing to kind of remember, oh yeah, they have other ways to communicate and they have other things that we should be looking at in order to, one of the things that we were given as an example of a way to both partner and do a fundraiser kind of thing is teach, offer to do classes or something for this was back when we were doing our fundraiser for Guatemala, but it was like, if the club pays for a stove, then we'll help them with their website or something like that. Obviously we didn't do that, but like that was something that came up because the person who took us down there is a Rotarian in Everett Port Gardner Club. So
It would be
I
a-
can definitely take on Area K though, long story
That's
short.
so ageist. I'm just saying.
That's a good way to divide it though, is do it by area.
Absolutely.
that
That's a
means-
Yeah,
great
'cause
way.
I'm like, well, I'm down here. I know that obviously Patricia's not in Area K. She's going to
Where are
Abbotsford.
you at?
So
Where is Area K? Where is Area K?
I'm the south end of the board. I'm the most southern part of the district. So I'm Everett and Marysville. So it's like Snohomish
Oh,
County.
well, I'm on Woodby Island, so I'm
Yeah.
a hop, skip, and a jump.
K
from
is
you. Yeah,
Everquest Monroe, and then J is the two Marysville clubs, Lake Stevens, Stanwood, Arlington.
right.
And so what's Woodby Island, Gwen?
You know what?
Must
I
be high.
failed. I think we're I, yeah.
I'm not sure. Passport Club is in,
Joan is my assistant district
Yeah,
governor. And
yeah.
so whatever area she's in charge of.
we really don't have
Gotcha.
enough on our committee to get one person per area. We'd have to do some recruiting or take a couple
I-
of years.
I can start with K because it's not a whole lot of people.
Okay.
And I'm already
Mhm.
kind of familiar.
Is
Like,
anybody else willing to jump in there?
Into the website?
Yeah, go on to check out club websites from a particular area, one of our areas.
Sure. I mean, it can be such as it can be as easy as I'm willing to go in the local area and my area, I guess, in I and do some screenshots, and then we can honestly look back and forth with each other and say, this is good. I wouldn't do this. I would do this kind of stuff.
where would I
mean-
be able to find do we have like an actual map of it? Because I know like when we go
Yes.
to like district events, I just sit with the people I know and they're like, you're Area K. I'm like, cool.
On the district,
On the district site, yeah.
Somewhere.
even on the Club Runner app, if you pull up a club, it tells you what area they're in.
Mhm.
So if you don't have the app loaded on your phone, you're missing the bet. It's really a good thing. Do you have it on your phone, Gwen?
I do. I have all three of them on my app.
All three of what?
All the Club Runner app, so the Rotary apps. There's a Rotary app. Sorry, the corgis are saying hi. There's a Club Runner app. There's a Club Runner International one. There's one that's Club Finder,
Club locator.
Club Locator. That's it. Yeah.
So if you do and if Morgan could.
I'll do whatever area I'm in. I don't know what area I'm in.
Okay,
I'll have a look around. But Carol, because Carol just came out to our meeting on Thursday. And so when she met with the board members, because I'm the foundation chair, when she met with the board members, she was happy with my Facebook page. Yay!
oh, good.
She liked my followers. She liked that I put lots of interesting things up all the time. I'm a stealer. I steal stuff. Like Gwen wanders around Australia. I've got a designer who lives in Ucluelet, the Rotary Club of Ucluelet. She does amazing graphics. And the Rotary Club of San Francisco West, they do amazing graphics. And I steal their graphics all the time.
Well, then you need to go online. Go
Yeah.
online and go start. I'm sorry. There's a deer in the yard. So you need to go online and join
Yep.
the public image group on Facebook.
Okay.
And everybody should do this, quite frankly. It was started by Evan. He is out of Australia, and it is basically a group of all PI representatives from all over the world,
Yep.
and they put up graphics every single day and
Yeah.
say, steal them.
I
So
love stealing.
When it came to Polio Plus Day, I probably had 6, 7, 8, 9 just awesome things to put up on our Instagram account and our Twitter account and all the accounts. And then we put up stuff for them. And it's also a great forum for, is there a copyright thing here, do you think? Or does this meet Rotary regulations for the style guide for this or that? So it's a great club. It's a great group to join on
Okay.
Facebook, and it's the Public Image Club. So I'm going to recommend everybody on Wednesday join it. So
Okay,
It's called Rotary Public Image Group.
the Public Image Group, yeah, on Facebook.
Okay.
And, you know, you'll have to ask to join. Evan will, you know, will clear it, and he's an awesome guy when it comes to public image. But I've put up awesome stuff about Polio Plus that was in, you know, different languages in different places. So yeah.
yeah, I'm looking around for pictures now for Foundation Month and looking for doing my rotating banner on Facebook.
Well,
get
they
the
go
images.
out, they put a banner out. So every single month there'll be a new banner. So it's like, for instance, if you
Oh,
go
yeah, I know
to
that,
yeah.
yeah. But just looking for a variety of different ones. I
go
found
there.
five today.
So
Yay. Good.
So
Yay.
Kevin,
Kevin,
if you go, or whoever, on the district front homepage of the website, on the left-hand side, there's a little box that says District Info.
okay,
And then there's a line that says Club Directory and Contacts.
right,
You click on there, it brings up all of the clubs alphabetically.
Yep.
When you click on whatever one, I just pick an Abbotsford here, but, and then you go and it says club website, and then you can just, it doesn't take long for it to fly through all of our clubs.
Yeah. Couple clicks. Kevin's right.
I started going through them and about just under a year ago, and I got through about a third of them and got sidetracked. But that's what I was doing, Kevin. It worked pretty
Yeah.
well.
Mhm.
but
So,
Carol,
we'll
Carol
probably-
is also coming, but Dave, what you said, Carol is also coming to the meeting with recommendations for the website. She's not for Club Runner. So we didn't hear what the recommendations were because Sean wasn't there, because Sean Hogan does our Club Runner. And so she was going to speak to him privately with her recommendations for changes she was looking for on our Club Runner, our club's Club Runner.
We have a checklist that's part of the communications plan as
Yeah.
things that should be on every club website. Things like how to join Rotary and
Is that,
links that should be.
where's
there.
that shared?
And if any of you need a copy of that, I can send you a separate copy.
Yeah, if you could send me that, that would be great. I figured I could do areas K and J or K and L. I don't really know which would be better. I think you said you're in J, correct, Dave?
See, L is, I don't have it in my mind.
No.
It starts with A up the furthest north and goes south. So
Yeah, I'm like, that would make sense because we're K and we're like at the bottom area. So
Yeah.
either way, those are the ones that I could start with. I
Okay.
figured I could at least do 2. I do have a full class load right now, but it's not that bad. So
Come
I know it's
on. Come on.
we're getting close to the time that I might get kicked off of here because I don't pay extra. And the only other thing and this can really wait to a later meeting, but the Public Image Awards or the District Club Awards was discussed at the last board meeting, or 2 board meetings ago. And next year, the chair of that's going to be Brad. They kind of rotate the immediate past governor, and he's looking for input. So I told him we would provide input on what public image awards we ought to have at the club level. So
Awesome.
put on your thinking caps, and we'll provide some input for him before the end of the year.
Great.
The other thing that Phoenix was going to do, Morgan, and I've sent her a couple emails. She was going to try to recruit somebody on the Rotaract side that has some expertise in some of the other social media besides Facebook. I don't know if you've got any ideas, or maybe Gwen has some ideas as well.
So
Maybe some of the folks that are going to be at the workshop. But
our past president, she's not as active right now, so I don't know what her availability for being a part of a committee would be right now. But she did a fantastic job with our Instagram.
what was her name?
Laura Campbell. Like, it was stunning. Like, it was beautiful. Like, she's a photographer, and so her the way that she, let's see if I can get it to load. It was very cohesive. It was all roughly like the same colors and stuff, and it was pictures of us doing things, you know. So it's like,
They're people of action.
yeah, so the very much along the lines of like what we're looking to
Nice.
include, and like wanting to have it be like, so like when we were doing stuff on Facebook, it wasn't a picture of like Facebook or something like that. Like, it was still a picture of somebody doing something, emphasizing like we're staying online, we're staying safe, that kind of thing. But so I really want her to continue to do stuff with Rotaract and Rotary. I think she's needing to come back. And I think that if she were to have something that's not super high on like stress levels, but like gives her a feeling of importance and empowerment, that would be a good.
She's the past president of Snohomish
Of our
County.
club, Snohomish County Rotaract. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Dave, what I would suggest is perhaps we do another social media class, especially nowadays, because Instagram and Facebook are the same thing. They're owned by the same company. And Twitter and Facebook are linkable, which means you could put something on Instagram and it would link to Facebook, which would then tweet for you. And, you know, there are ways that we can take all of these. Yes, girl, I'm telling you, you could put something on Instagram right now. It would go to your Facebook page, which your Facebook page would then tweet it.
So
Just saying.
Patricia,
And
you
I'll
know,
teach you.
have you seen my stuff on Facebook where I post?
Not
like,
yet.
yes.
I just
I-
officially met you. So
I am Morgan's friend, and she posts up very meaningful things nearly every
Okay.
day. And I really appreciate reading them, and they're very heartfelt. Thank
way
you.
to go, Morgan.
And
Yay.
so it's a fundraiser for suicide awareness in
Yes.
Washington State specifically. And because
Awesome.
we didn't get to do a walk this year, I decided 75 days ago that I was going to post every single day until November 2nd, or no, like just picked a random day. And
Way to
I've
go,
missed
girl.
only twice.
Yeah.
And I post on
Very-
Instagram, and it
Right?
goes right to Facebook. So that's how Patricia can see it. And then I have other people who see it on Instagram. My mom's not on Facebook, but she's figured out Instagram. So then I'm getting both sides of people. So you're getting two different, you know, maybe age groups. You know, Billy's not on either right now. He's, you know,
Right.
he needed a break after being in lockdown, stuck with nothing but a screen. So it's like, you know, you don't know who you're missing. You don't know who you're getting, but you know that you're getting more.
So some
So
of this be covered in your workshop, Gwen, or?
Yeah, I mean, well, there's a few things. We do not tap in a lot in social media. We do touch in some in our workshop, but there could be a whole workshop just, I mean, and I would engage Morgan to definitely join in. There could be just a workshop about social media and how to use, because PI is the public image of your Rotary Club. What does your Rotary Club look like to the rest of the public? Hence, public's. It should be not public image. It should be public's image of you. And we have free platforms all over the place that can be used to show your public's image of you. So, you know, and to me, that's a no-brainer. And that would be almost like Club Runner, that we could say, how many of you guys know your way around Facebook? Patricia knows her way around Facebook, but does she know how to tweet? Does she know how to TikTok? Does she know how to Instagram?
I
Does
have
she know how to
TikTok.
upload Do you TikTok, girl?
No, but you know what? When Trump said he was getting rid of it, I downloaded it before it went away.
You downloaded TikTok just to be anti. Okay,
Yes,
I
I
can work
did.
with that. There you go. Just as a political statement. Well, Microsoft is about to own TikTok and Facebook owns Instagram. The only one of these platforms that's kind of sort of its own thing is Twitter. And that's and we could go down a rabbit hole of
Yeah. Yeah.
of the good and bad of social media all day long. But if we're going at it from a Rotary point of view, there is some ways that we can teach people how to use these platforms. TikTok especially is still owned by a Chinese company, so maybe we might want to work our way slowly into TikTok. But literally Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, if you don't have those on your club site, it's wasted people you're not talking to.
Okay.
So Kevin's got to leave here in a few minutes, and I think the time is going to run out here. So I think we've
Kevin, I owe you a glass of wine for dissing your website. I'm just saying. Okay.
as soon as you can cross the border.
As soon as I can cross the border, my friend, I owe you a good glass of wine or whatever spirit you drink. Okay.
So if it makes you feel any better, you mentioned that Sean does your website.
Yes, he does.
Oh, so yours. Okay.
Patricia's not mine.
He does he does
Yeah.
he does the Pacific
Northwest
Northwest.
Passport.
Yes, you
he's-
go ahead and dish Sean all you want.
Yeah, he's the one who set this whole website up.
Yes, and he needs to make some major changes on our club runner.
Yeah.
Well,
Carol's
thank
already
you for
called him on it.
thank you to take me to the basis. I can go yell at him all I want.
Good.
Yeah.
Sean's
So-
good. You can yell at Sean all you want.
So
I will.
Glenna, if I can't get the if I can't get the Rotary Club of Arlington's Zoom going right, then I assume you've probably got an account, and we could use your account for the workshop, or
Are
Wednesday.
you talking about me?
yeah.
Yes.
Rotary Club of Woodby Westside. We have a pro account. We can have up to 30 people. Yeah, we can have it. Yeah.
Okay, I think I need to get it figured out, straightened out anyway. I don't know why. I've never had any problems with it. It might be, who knows, tomorrow it might be just fine.
Go ahead and work it out. If you don't, I can put it on my Rotary Club's account, which will handle all those people. And then it'll also be easier on my end because then I can share my screen and have control of the situation a little bit for some of the stuff I want to do.
Okay,
No problem. Just let me know.
all right. Anything else before we sign off, folks?
Now I'm gonna go open an Instagram account. Thank you very much.
That's
Gwen.
my girl. And you email me if you have Email
I've
me if you
got
have
one.
any
I have a
questions.
Twitter account, but I don't.
You
I didn't-
can
I
like
didn't know you
point
could
post in
connect
both
them all
places. that
together.
Patricia-
There you go.
Okay. Take care, everybody.
All right.
Bye,
Take
thank you.
care.
Thank you.
Blessings.
See you
Have a good night.
Wednesday. See you Wednesday.
Yes. Bye-bye.